Hello and welcome to my video. We are playing Triangle Strategy. Last episode, we finally found out what Dragan found in the joint mine, which is we already predicted, right? It's salt. It's the Himalayan pink salt, which is what Gustadolf had been mining while he taken over Glenbrook. And yeah, things are escalating. I think we are at the end game already. We know that Gustadolf is planning to attack Hyzante pretty soon. I guess he wants to destroy Hyzante. Is it? I don't know why he hates Hyzante so much. I guess he just hates everyone. And as for Serenoa and the party, not sure what they're gonna use the information with. They could expose Hyzante for enslaving the Rosalian, for knowing the truth about the salt in the continent, or they could also use it to attack Aesfrost. I don't know. I think the Aesfrost and Glenbrook are gonna attack Hyzante now, which is interesting because Serenoa is still one of the seven. I guess we'll just see.
Deep in the grand Norzelian mines lay a most unexpected discovery. Crystals of pure salt.
Himalayan pink
Now
salt.
in possession of knowledge that could alter the course of history in Norzelia, the members of House Wolford gather at Whiteholm Castle to discuss their next move.
Oh, we're at the Whiteholm Castle. Part 1. If grief's good passions move. Ooh. I'm guessing this is gonna be another branching route.
Unexpected though it may be, the salt crystals are now ours. How shall we proceed?
Carefully, for it has the potential to alter the balance of power across Norzelia. This is an opportunity to reshape the realm to our benefit. We must be strategic.
It's a target on our backs is what it is. There'll be no peace for us so long as we hold them.
Hyzante will set upon us with a fury we've never known if they hear of this.
But Sereno is
She's
the
right.
Minister of Salt,
They
right?
will stop at nothing to defend their faith.
Nor will Aesfrost go quietly into the night.
Then let us prepare for when word does spread, rather than fret over how long we can keep the secret. Whether we protect the salt as ours or find another way to use it, we must act soon.
Is that the conviction choice
What say
that we
you,
have
Your
to
Majesty?
do?
We find ourselves at a crossroads. Not just as a kingdom, but an entire realm.
Ooh,
Our decision will touch every life in Norzelia.
will be like gods.
I too wish to act quickly. But I beg you all for a moment alone with my thoughts.
Your caution is admirable, but ill-advised. Hesitation could cost us everything.
That much is obvious. Yet I cannot race headlong into the unknown when so much depends upon us.
Benedict, I find myself unmoored as well. I wish to hear from all present before we decide upon a course of action.
Okay, so what is
As
our
you wish.
option?
Pray
What is
let
our
it be
option again?
swift.
Serenoa, answer me this. Can I count on you to walk the path with me, whatever it may be?
I was named Lord of House Wolfort long before I was inducted into the Saintly Seven. And I've been your friend even longer still.
And I'm secretly your
no
half
more.
brother.
Take the others to Castle Wolfort and await my word. Likewise, inform me of any movements from Hyzante.
As you wish. Until we meet again.
Okay, so we're going back to Wolford then. New character story? Oh my lord, that makes sense. Let me check if there's other... Oh my god, there are a lot of... Okay, we'll start with the Milo. Anna asks if Milo is raising poisonous plants, but the dancer insists that some plants have more than one use.
Just look how you've grown. To think you'd produce such a bounty.
That is a weird looking plant.
And
if I
you
ever seen one.
flourished as well. I'm so proud of you, my lovelies.
Quite the passionate one, aren't you?
Don't sneak up behind people like that. Hasn't anyone told you it's rude?
Apologies. I was just curious. What are you doing here?
If you must know, I'm harvesting herbs. I thought I might make them into medicine for the injured.
That would be helpful. Lord Serenoa will be pleased as well.
And I am oh so happy to please. I am quite taken with powerful people. People like Lord Serenoa. You'll tell him I'm doing my best to be useful to him, won't you?
Wait. That plant. It induces paralysis, does it not?
Quite knowledgeable you are. Did you know it can also be used for pain relief?
The same plant can be both a poison and a medicine?
Yes, depending on how it's used. And yet, people still try to force plants into one category or another. Good and therefore valuable, or bad and therefore detested. Foolish, don't you think? These little ones are neither good nor bad. They just are.
You treat them as if they were your children.
Perhaps
poison
it
ivy.
seems strange to care for a plant, which is no more than a tool for making medicines or poisons, but...
Minister Edor, about that experiment. I think we are on the verge of discovering how to better stabilize the subject.
Wait. We are not alone. Show yourself!
Oh, damn, Midor. You have a good
Milo.
sense of...
Why do you eavesdrop on us?
Don't be upset. As your spy, I thought it behooved me to keep abreast of important information.
Unnecessary. You need only do as I instruct.
Ooh.
But that would make me no better than a tool.
Does that displease you? Worry not. I take good care of my tools, so long as they serve me well. But should they act out of line, they will be disposed of.
Even tools have feelings.
What was that?
So I guess she doesn't have
Nothing
total
you need
allegiance
concern
to
yourself with.
Hyzante.
Anyway, I'm certain my herbs will benefit House Wolford. Please pass on my warmest regards to Lord Serenoa.
Alright, we'll do it as the game intended to. The changing of the time spares no one, not even the Norzelia Consortium. Ooh, that's the group that handle the salt tax.
Have you heard the popular rumor, Lord Claris?
That Hyzante intends to raise an army against Glenbrook? Yes, I am familiar.
So it's reached the
What?
consortium then. Is it true?
King Roland has only just reclaimed the Crown City with Hyzante's help. Not to mention restored relations with them.
What the hell,
Ordinarily,
Hyzante?
such a thing would be unthinkable. But the rumors are so persistent that I think something may be afoot.
For example?
I wouldn't be so restless if I had an example to give.
Aesfrost gathers its troops at Twinsgate. Might they have heard the rumors as well?
Perhaps. A battle for the very soul of Norzelia may loom on the horizon. But therein lies the opportunity for merchants like us. You can't wage war without a surfeit of supplies.
You're quite right about that.
And each shift in Norzelia's power balance opens new business opportunities.
Will the Consortium continue trading with Hyzante?
'Tis difficult to say. I believe House Wolfort's actions from here on will be key to the Consortium's decision.
Why?
House
Why me?
Wolfort, you say?
Indeed. They've been involved in most every conflict between the three nations on this continent. Why stop now? I shall wait and see how Lord Serenoa responds first, lest I make any hasty decisions.
The center of the triangle, one would say. Alright, next, Twinsgate. Gustadolf gathers his troops at Twinsgate and rallies them by revealing that the Grand Norzelia mines and Salt Crystal have been taken from Aesfrost. Excuse me, you take it first from us. From everyone. Gustadolf and his lies. Ooh, a lot of shield bearers.
I am gladdened to see each and every one of you, my ironclad brothers in arms, here at Twinsgate. I have asked you here to tell you of a most fortuitous discovery. We have found crystals of salt deep in the Grand Norzelian mines. Alas, Glenbrook has taken those very mines from us. What's worse, Glenbrook's esteemed House Wolfort is led by one of the saintly seven of Hyzante.
More lies.
They will no doubt be informed of the salt crystals, and their precious religion will be shaken to its core. I trust you can all imagine how Hyzante will respond to such an affront. They will not go quietly, but will instead seek the crystals for themselves, that their reign of terror may continue unimpeded. Therefore, we must subdue Glenbrook and seize the mines for Aesfrost if we are to counter this grave threat. But we cannot stop there, for that will only draw Hyzante to our gates. They will stop at nothing to conquer all of Norzelia in their name. The Duchy has never been in a more precarious position. But we will not yield. We subscribe to no faith, and we bend the knee for no king. We shall greet our enemies at Twinsgate with cold, hard steel. Our newest weapon, the Death's Knell, is nearly complete.
Wonder what it looked like a big cannon.
We shall strike back at Hyzante. The false goddess shall crumble beneath the sheer force of our iron will, and Hyzante reduced to rubble along with her. Raise your swords, my black iron heroes. Your names shall be cast in iron when the histories of this day are written. You shall be known as the defenders of Aesfrost. For Aesfrost!
Oh yes. The Death's Knell will reduce many a falsehood to rubble, dear Gustadolf.
Oh, I guess Warrock is not exactly working with Gustadolf. I thought Gustadolf lied got into him. Last but not least, word of the salt crystal within the Grand Norzelia mines reaches the Hierophant's palace. So I guess we should have watched this first and Consortium last.
Ah, Milo has sent a dispatch from Glenbrook.
Ah, Milo.
Deep within the Grand Norzelian mines lies... It would seem salt crystals were found within.
Impossible!
The discovery of salt outside the source explains Gustadolf's recent provocations.
How can you be so calm?
The teachings tell us that salt is a blessing, bestowed only upon the goddess's followers. discovery of these salt crystals is an existential threat to Hyzante.
Salt crystals are salt too. We need only keep word of this discovery from spreading.
Of course. But how?
The Hierophant has spoken. Minister Exham, you shall raise an army and seize the Grand Norzelian mines in Hyzante's name.
In the end, we are going to war
asks us to invade
for
Glenbrook.
the mine.
Do you have another way to silence King Roland and his royal hounds in House Wolfort?
Minister Serenoa is one of us, and thus is honor-bound to heed the Hierophant's word. But we know not if he will do so, or if he will cast his lot with his precious king. You shall ask him yourself when you surround Castle Wolfort en route to the mine.
And if he resists?
Kill him.
You are free to deal with him, as we do with all who forsake the goddess.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Hyzante has learned of the salt crystals. Minister Exham of the Saintly Seven wastes no time in mustering his army, which now marches on the Grand Norzelian mines.
Oh, I'm gonna fight in the mines again.
Elsewhere, Gustadolf amasses his own forces at Twins Gate in anticipation of the war to come. All eyes are on Glenbrook, where Roland and Serenoa's pronouncement could touch off a battle for the soul of Norzelia. After much deliberation, Roland makes his way to Castle Wolfort to inform Serenoa of the decision that now weighs heavy on his heart.
Roland visits Wolfort and tells Serenoa of his decision. What is your decision, my friend? Tell me. We have to choose, which is kind of weird if you think about it. We're not king, although we are heir to the throne. Just how
I appreciate you coming all this way, Roland.
I was the one who asked for your time, so it is only natural I make the journey. I wish to tell you that I finally made up my mind.
And I would hear your decision if you were willing to share it with me.
I've long pondered over the one thing that Norzelia needs most. I thought back on the Saltiron War. 30 years have passed, yet the root of our conflict remains the same. Each nation still thinks only of itself, wishing to fill its coffers even at the expense of others. But who bears the brunt of such a war?
The people.
The people.
Yeah.
Exactly so. The avarice of the ruler is an existential threat to their loyal subjects.
And yet without that wealth, the people suffer just as much. They languish in poverty.
This much is obvious. But there can be no winner without a loser. Remove one, and you necessarily remove the other. If we achieve equality, we achieve peace.
Yeah? What are you saying?
And how do you propose we achieve? No. No, surely you don't mean...
Yes. The goddess's teachings. All can live as equals under the goddess. An authority greater than any king. The model nation was in front of us all along, Serenoa. The holy state of Hyzante.
You want us to
I have decided that we
assimilate
must
to
get the
Hyzante?
salt crystals in the Grand Norzelian mines to Hyzante.
What?
And in so doing, you'll give them control of all Norzelia.
Exactly.
Roland, okay,
There will
you're
be no more squabbling over salt. Norzelia will know eternal peace at last.
No.
Unequal.
You're mistaken.
Surely.
You're mistaken.
One built on the back
Okay, that's dumb.
like the Roselle, if not the Roselle themselves.
I am not blind to that fact. But so few will suffer for the good of so many.
What the heck,
Nothing in this
Roland?
world is perfect, Serenoa. The sacrifice of the few for the good of the many. It's the only clear answer, and one I would give every time I were asked.
Submitting to the goddess will rob you of your kingship.
So be it. My crown, my pride. They're but small prices to pay for peace.
Roland, my friend.
Truly prepared to throw it all away.
Join me, Serenoa. Let us unite Norzelia under the Holy State.
No.
Roland, this is quite sudden.
I understand. Pray, take all the time you need.
Show him the ring, Serenoa. Show him that you are also an heir and you don't like this idea.
Frederica will want nothing to do with this plan, seeing as it forsakes her people. I am already mourning the rift this may cause between you. But I shall not be swayed. This will be my final act as Glenbrook's king.
Is this because the people said you are the coward prince? Is this it?
King Roland's anguish plays plainly across his face. It pains me to see him so tortured.
I'm not surprised. The future of our kingdom, to say nothing of the entire continent, rests upon his shoulders.
Pray tell, what do you intend to do about the salt crystals?
In truth, I cannot decide.
Yeah, I don't know.
Salt is too precious to be hoarded. We've a duty to share it with the people.
Just share it to everyone.
Where the difficulty lies, yes. The source makes that all too clear. Salt lies at the heart of every war in Norzelia.
Would that the boundless salted sea of Rosellan legend still existed. We'd have no need of conflict if there was
can we look
for all.
Can we look for the sea?
My love, if I may, the discovery of the salt crystals has made two things plain to me. The first is that my mother spoke true in the legend she passed on to me.
And the other is that the goddess's teachings are nothing more than a lie built to constrain your people.
Just so, we are guilty of nothing. Yet the Roselle languish in the source, where they are looked down upon and forced to work until they die. Entire generations lost, countless lives given to Hyzante's cruelty. Cruelty created to justify Hyzante's own avarice and lust for power.
Such is the ugly lie at the heart of their teachings.
One revealed by a crystal of the mineral they hold so dear. The time has come, Serenoa. The Roselle must be freed. The salt crystals have brought us to the brink of war. We can harness this unrest, incite the Roselle to rise up and rebel against their captors.
So
I am with you. Believe me, I am.
Either
you make it sound so
assimilate with Hyzante or
Yes,
attack
I know.
them to free the
But the
Rosellan.
suffering of my people is so distant for everyone else. We can no longer wait for someone to do the right thing. Help isn't coming. Why else would my own mother incite rebellion? We are alone.
I swear to you, none of this feels distant to me. The Roselle live in my domain. I am betrothed to you, my dear. It couldn't feel any closer.
And I thank the stars that I have you by my side.
Well, between the two, I
In truth,
prefer Frederica,
that's why I
although
think this time will be
I
different.
don't know.
Why I'll be able to accomplish what my mother could not.
Is there a third route?
I agree. But the risk is immense. Suppose we succeed, what then? Hyzante will not let us go quietly.
Of course not.
And when that time comes, you can lead the Roselle to Centralia, just as your mother wrote about in the book she left behind. Beyond the Great Falls and the Falk's domain at the end of the Norzelia River, the ancestral home of the Roselle.
That's where we could find more salt.
That's just a legend.
We've already found one legend to be rooted in truth. Perhaps this one is as well. And if not, at least you'll be safe from harm.
I doubt Benedict will share our feelings, though. Abandoning all we've built to embark on a journey fraught with danger in search of a legend. Yet no matter how perilous the path ahead, I would happily walk it at your side.
Oh, okay. I kind of like this round. The liberty, I'm guessing. Roland's is the morality. The good of the many.
I trust you understand what
What's
a
your plan, Benedict?
monumental effect the discovery of these salt crystals will have on Norzelia's history. Whatever course of action we choose will determine whether House Wolfort leaves a legacy in that history, or is expunged from it.
How would you proceed, Benedict?
I would do all I could to keep it from falling into Hyzante's hands. They already control the source. With the crystals in hand, they will solidify their grip on the realm and in time dominate it.
So you are totally
The siren
against
song of
Roland.
a false equality under their goddess shall blanket the land, claiming every domain and its people.
Even though they count me among the Saintly Seven.
Even then, for that matters little when the equality they espouse is dictated by the goddess, or should I say, the Hierophant. In the end, they will have the same life and death control over all Norzelia that they now hold over the Roselle.
And our wounds from the battle with Aesfrost have only begun to heal. Hyzante will destroy us if we wage war against them in our current state.
We get them fight each other.
They
Get
stand little
Aesfrost and
chance
Hyzante to
against
fight
us
each other.
if we ally with Aesfrost.
Oh. Oh, you are exactly the opposite of Roland.
Benedict.
Quite. Think about it for a moment. Aesfrost wants nothing more than to loosen Hyzante's grip. They will go to war if it means control of the salt crystals.
Oh, you are
Our
totally
interests are broadly aligned, yes,
the
but
opposite.
Aesfrost has been building toward precisely that purpose for some time now.
you speak of the Death Knell, the weapon that Cordelia mentioned.
Precisely. A weapon capable of reducing the goddess's shield to rubble, leaving Hyzante's capital ripe for the taking. Without that weapon, we cannot win. You need only say the word, and I shall convince Aesfrost to join our side.
I appreciate your candor, Benedict, and I do not doubt you could secure Aesfrost's cooperation. But I fear the harder fight is within our own domain. King Roland's heart will not be easily won.
I bid you listen closely and calmly to what I'm about to ask.
Yeah.
From whence this somber tone?
Do you believe King Roland is fit to rule?
Oh no.
What are you implying?
Decorum is of little use when the fate of our realm is at stake, Lord Serenoa. Are you content to spend the rest of your life in servitude to another?
Yes.
Not another word, Benedict. Roland
Benedict, you
my
forgot
king.
yourself.
He is my friend.
And you are Lord of House Wolfort, whose military prowess is known to all Norzelia. Not the guard dog of Glenbrook and Hyzante. What else are you here to do, if not to protect your house and keep its banner aloft? But you have the potential for so much more. All Norzelia could be yours if you but desired it.
Treason, if not outright regicide. These are your suggestions.
Are you suggesting we kill Roland?
The blood in your veins and the royal family's ring are claim enough to the throne. There is no need for violence.
Okay.
I told you not to speak of that again.
But you did not tell me to forget. The time to reckon with your lineage draws near. You must make a...
I've heard enough. Leave me.
Just know that I will do anything you ask of me, Lord Serenoa. I pray that you make the right choice. Not only for House Wolfort,
Between the
but for
three,
yourself.
I guess I prefer Frederica. Although that seems to imply that in the end we will leave Norzelia in search of a Rosellan true home. Once again, House Wolford stand before three diverging paths. The time has come to lay their convictions bare before the scales and make their greatest decision yet. So yeah, somewhere around here, right? Beyond the Fox Domain? Yeah, this is Fox Domain. That's where we will find the sea. Is there nothing else? Okay, I will save here just in case. Okay. Oh, the story is approaching a turning point. It is recommended that you save your current progress. Yes, okay. Okay, we will save again.
You are certain Hyzante's army marches for the Grand Norzelian mines?
There is no doubt.
They've heard word of the crystals.
It was only a matter of time. We knew this.
Aesfrost's army gathers at Twins Gate as well.
War's breaking out over this thing, and we've got to be ready.
How will Glenbrook respond, King Roland?
There's no need to prepare for war. I have decided that we will surrender the salt crystals to the holy state of Hyzante.
Oh no.
What?
Furthermore, I hereby declare that the kingdom of Glenbrook and its people shall submit to the goddess and her teachings. There is no way to bring happiness to all Norzelia with the salt crystals. Which is why I have chosen a path that will allow the greatest number of people to live in equality and harmony.
How could you? Do you not see that Hyzante's dominion over Norzelia's salt is why we are in conflict already? Is the suffering of the Roselle not proof enough that the goddess's vaunted equality is a lie?
She speaks the truth, my king. Handing over the salt crystals is tantamount to giving Hyzante's goddess free reign of Norzelia.
Yeah, that is the worst.
Will you so readily surrender the realm to the Hierophant?
I acknowledge the abdication of my kingdom and kingship alike. A small price to pay in my eyes, in exchange for the security and prosperity of the many.
And the sacrifice of the Roselle, is that a small price to you?
It is.
Damn, Roland.
How could you say such a thing to my face?
I, for one, oppose. I would prefer to ally with Aesfrost and strike back at Hyzante. The salt deposits within the mines give us the leverage we need to convince Gustadolf to join us.
Ally with Aesfrost? You dare suggest we ally with the man who murdered my father?
I see no reason why we should not. You proposed abdicating the throne for the sake of the kingdom and its people. So you should have no trouble putting aside your own feelings and judging this matter dispassionately.
Also,
I cannot believe my own ears.
People of Glenbrook are happy under
Gustadolf's feelings
rule.
when it is not your father he murdered.
None of you can see beyond your own grievances. It's no wonder my people have suffered for generations. We're told to believe in the goddess, while our own lives are thrown away to make a few more grains of your precious salt. And now, even with proof that the goddess is a lie, you would watch us dig our own graves for your comfort.
Lady Frederica, please. We shall speak of the Roselle in due time.
No, I've heard that before. Your due time is never, and I will not have you cast us aside for another 3 decades or more. All else is in disarray. If Hyzante seizes the salt crystals, we forfeit the best opportunity in decades to free my people. We know the truth. We must act upon it. We must be a light in the darkness.
We cannot afford to dilute our forces when the enemy marches on us as we speak.
So we are a distraction to you?
I am merely being rational. Liberating the Roselle would be extremely dangerous. We cannot take such a risk.
Yeah, I would say that.
Suppose we succeed. how do you propose we fend off the fury Hyzante will rain down upon us?
Choosing either Benedict or Roland would mean that we only have to fight one forces.
We would be without allies and
choosing Frederica's path would mean we have to fight both.
There is another way.
So I think that's the hard way.
Pray tell would that be?
The hard mode, hard way.
We set out alongside the Roselle in search of Centralia.
Centralia is a myth.
So
the legends of my people are true.
So it's the Himalayan pink salt.
Not one whit if they are. I will hear no talk of forsaking the Wolfort domain.
F the domain, Silence. F the kingdom, F the Dutch. Let me go to Centralia.
To know where each of you stand. Do you all hold the courage of your own convictions?
I do.
Nothing I've heard here has swayed me.
I feel the same.
So we will not be able to get unanimous vote.
I would ask for some time to think on the matter.
Oh my god, okay, honestly, I don't really looking forward for Frederica's path, but that's the best out of 3? Oh! We don't need to convince anyone?
I understand each of you keenly, my friends. You have not arrived at these decisions lightly, and I do not doubt your convictions. Yet choosing any of the options before me risks creating a schism among the others. I cannot afford to lose any of you. Not after how far we...
Yes,
which leaves me only one option.
The scales will guide us. There must be another way. That's also what I consider about. If we choose the scales, like it will be a repeat of chapter 15, where if we choose one, then 2 other important characters will not be with us. Like we chose the utility, I don't know if it's utility, but Benedict Sprout, and we don't get to use Roland and Frederica with us. I don't want that. I prefer to have the option to use all of my units. Okay, we did save, so maybe there must be another way, because I personally don't really like any of the path. So I'm gonna try there must be another way. See what options do I have.
Nay, I mustn't give in so readily. There must be another way. One that will bind us together, not tear us asunder. Now then, to find it.
Oh, okay.
Certainties first. We cannot afford to relinquish control of the salt crystals to any one nation.
Yep, that I agree.
Salt necessarily belongs to the people, and on that point I shall not waver. There must be a way to bring about the lasting peace Roland desires without the need for Hyzante's warped teachings.
Yeah.
Hyzante moves to take the Grand Norzelian mines as I contemplate this. It must be stopped. They will no doubt make an ostentatious show of power in an attempt to intimidate us. What's worse, they'll soon be at our door, and we'll not defeat them with our army alone. Surely there's a way we can hold them off.
Starve them out in a war of attrition. Greet them with the Wolfort domain wildfire. Wash them away with water from Norzelia River. What? Okay. I'm guessing wash them away, right? They're not really the best at marine warfare. So maybe this one? Wash them away with the water.
A fine idea, had I thought of it sooner. We've no time for such complicated tactics.
Oh? Okay. Greet them with the Wolfort domain's wildfire. I don't like that. So maybe starve them, but okay. At least it seems like the game wants me to choose a specific one, so it's
as fanciful a notion as I've ever had. Who ever heard of an army laying siege to their attackers? No, that will never work.
Okay, the wildfire. But they have Aesfrost.
The wildfire, of course. will draw them into the village and set the vast majority of their forces alight. The Hierophant will never relent, however. Hyzante will bear down on us with the full force of their army. We've no chance of winning a protracted war. Hyzante must fall, and quickly.
Oh, so we're gonna take down Hyzante?
We need Aesfrost. We need the Death Snell. 'Tis the only way we'll pierce the goddess's shield. I hardly relish the thought of asking Gustadolf to come to our aid.
We can ask Svarog.
No doubt demand the salt crystals in return. Who might help us get our hands on that weapon?
Svarog. Minister Lila of the Ministry of Medicine? No, have we no choice but to bend the knee to good. Lord Svarog be the key. Yes.
Lord Svarog, yes. He's fortified alongside us. It's time he made good on his word. We share a common enemy in Gustadolf. He'll be a boon.
Oh, is this like the review of the choices we made?
There is still the matter of how we invade Hyzante and incite the Roselle to rebel.
We can expose the truth hidden within the goddess's statue. Perhaps we could press our case with the people of Hyzante. If we can gain entry to the palace, we can assassinate the Hierophant. Expose the truth, yeah.
Yes! We'll blast away the statue and reveal Hyzante's lies for all to see. If the Rosellan legends are true, an enormous pillar of salt rests within the goddess's statue. Revealing that will prove that the Roselle spoke truth all these years. Goddess and Hierophant alike will lose all claim to authority, leaving them open to a revolt from a united Roselle. And now we have the means to make the explosives that will bring Hyzante to its knees.
Okay, that's take care of Hyzante.
Just one problem remains. How will we manage to pass through the goddess's shield? No banner could pass into Hyzante without arousing suspicion. Unless...
they're of Travis's crew, they're of the consortium, they're of the Roselle. Of the Roselle, I'm guessing.
There is hiding in plain sight, and there is sending someone to certain doom. Without a disguise, a Rosellan would be taken on sight.
Okay. Travis is a thief. Did we do something with the thief? Maybe?
Travis's crew may well have the means to slip through the goddess's shield.
Consortium.
But we'll need more bodies than they can spare. Unless they've no banner at all. The consortium, of course. One glimpse of the salt crystals ought to bring Claris to the table. So long as I play to his self-interest, the rest will follow. I have it. I've found a way to give everyone what they want most in one fell swoop. The salt crystals will belong to all, and not just a privileged few. The people of Norzelia will finally be lords and ladies of their own making, masters of their own destinies. Benedict's fervent desire to protect the domain's integrity.
Okay.
Roland's yearning for equity. Frederica's resolve to free her people. I hear you all, my friends. You're not alone. Nor are the countless others who look to me at this late hour. If ever there were a time to heed my father's last words, it is now. I must forge my own path and lead my people. The scales cannot save us this time. The words of my closest confidants have revealed a way forward that the scales never could. All that remains is to convince them to follow me down the path I have made. As Lord of House Wolford, I solemnly swear an oath by which all future lords shall be bound.
Oh. Ooh, all three of them.
I will never turn my back on the promise of a better world.
Dang, that's so cool. Wait, dude, so... Okay. Okay, so... Okay, we don't follow any of our confidence plan. We follow our own plan. Which I hope is the better plan? Anyway, that's it for today's episode, I guess. Thank you guys for watching. Hope you guys enjoy. Please keep a like and subscribe. And yeah, until next time. Bye.